Hello there, Xenoblade Hero here today, and I just thought I'd show you a video that I was lucky enough in the Nugget Bridge Live recently to face PD Yoshi, who is known on various communities as Yoshi, and he was the German national champion in 2014. It was quite an honour to actually face him, and he had a really interesting team in this set, and yeah, I'd be really interested to see how he ends up doing on the European circuit this year. I've never had the chance of facing him before, and I knew he was an incredibly intelligent player. Now, I may as well start this match and show that he leads with Rotom and Kangaskhan. And what I lead with? I lead with Kangaskhan and Sylveon. Now, I'll just kind of give you a kind of a wrap up of what was sent into this game. I led with Kangaskhan and Sylveon, as you can see, and I think in the back I had Ferrothorn and Entei. He had Kangaskhan and Rotom Wash, and I believe in the back he had Landorus T, and hang on, I think he had Egg Slash in the back as well, yeah. And he also may have had a Bishop, and there was something else that I can't quite remember that was on his team. Now, I knew that my general goal was to. I was really scared of the Landorus, in a similar way that he'll probably be scared of my Sylveon, because it just deals a lot of damage to my team members, has nice widespread attacks, and can use superpower to not KO any of my Pokemon, but deal a massive chunk of damage and probably enough for stuff to be weakened and to be finished off. But regarding the lead, I thought he would lead with Rotom Wash, because it tends to be a habit that a lot of people lead with Rotom Wash against my team. It happened quite a few times in the same tournament, I think. So I led with Kangaskhan and Sylveon. I felt this was a very safe lead against it, and pretty sure first turn I thought I could protect my Kangaskhan and just have a hyper voice with the Sylveon. I believe that's how I play it out. Anyway, let's have a look, and hopefully I'm not just talking rubbish here. Either way, oh no, apparently I supposedly outspeed, so I know that Yoshi had a habit of using very bulky Kangaskhan's. I don't know if he carried Protect on a lot of them, so I take back what I said earlier. I probably suspected that he didn't have Fake Out on his, because it was quite a bulky variant. Yeah, as you can see here, because of the order of the Mega Evolution, mine was faster. Mine's not necessarily a max speed variant, so his was definitely a very bulky Kangaskhan. Now, he protects with his Rotom. That leads me to believe immediately he's not going to be using Fake Out right now. I believe in this case, I actually doubled Kangaskhan. Yeah, I used Low Kick on it and Hyper Voice. But of course, that leaves him to get one attack in with his Kangaskhan. I knew he had like a habit of using, not habit, but it's because it's a very good move, but he usually uses Power Up Punch with his Kangaskhan. But here he ends up using Low Kick. Oh no, he doesn't use Low Kick. I use Low Kick, and he uses Return on my Sylveon. But unfortunately, the first hit critical hits. I've been EV'd to survive Double Edge from Salamence, I believe, so I know I could take the Return, but the critical hit pushed it over, and it could possibly KO'd me at this point. But no, it doesn't. I hang on with just 1 HP and managed to Hyper Voice him back. This was very fortunate, and unfortunately, it means I can't do too much chip to this Rotom now. I don't have too many options for it. But I did manage to trade a Mega Pokemon for his Mega Pokemon for my own Sylveon, which is actually a decent trade. But now he sends out Landorus, which I was fearing, and I didn't bring my own Milotic with me. I had a Milotic in my team with an item that could have caused it a lot of trouble. But either way, he intimidates, and both my team members don't like that particularly well. So I guess my logic here is to double up on the Rotom, because I feel that there's not much I can do to stop Landorus from attacking me, and I've been EV'd to, on both my Pokemon, survive 2 hits of Earthquake, so doubling Rotom and stopping it from spreading at least 2 doses of Burn is definitely my top priority here. Also because it protected earlier, it was pretty safe not to predict it'll either switch out or just attack me. And to be honest, he looked like in a good situation to start Will-O-Wisping things. Plus, he wouldn't really want to, if he was a Scarf variant, he wouldn't want to lock himself into Earthquake if he has anything to switch into on the back. So I knew he'd probably want to stay in and Will-O-Wisp in the situation. Indeed, I find out from that he's more than likely a Scarf variant, unless he's just running a lot of speed. But let's see what the damage output is, because some variants that aren't Scarfed generally have a choice band, but you can see there that I took a decent amount of damage, but I didn't take half damage with either of my Pokemon, and I'm well EV'd for Scarf variants, so I'm fully aware that this is a Scarf variant now. There's no critical hits or anything nasty involved. So I double up into Rotom W, and unfortunately it does much less than I thought. He obviously, because of the Intimidate factor again, he manages to Will-O-Wisp my Ferrothorn, and I think that I'm still able to, after that, return it for a KO. But I get the Power Whip off here. But unfortunately for him, it ends up being a critical hit, and that's actually quite important. So, yeah, I apologise for that, because that actually was quite significant, and definitely kind of sped up the flow and momentum of this game. Because now he sends out his Egg Slash, and obviously he can't Earthquake himself, but as I saw earlier, he was in a Scarf variant, so he's locking himself into Earthquake, and he's forced to either King Shield or Wide Guard here, going for the Wide Guard. Now, I figure that I can use this to my advantage and double up on the Landorus. I have enough in the back to take on Egg Slash quite effectively. So, oh no, I have Entei in the back to deal with it. So I need to double up on that Landorus, because I want my Entei to come in safely. So that's exactly what I do for safest possible play. I double up into Landorus. And although I don't KO it, I've put it into Sucker Punch range, and I figure out that because he's a Scarf variant, I can Sucker Punch it pretty freely here, and put a Leech Seed onto the Egg Slash in case it decides to, whatever it decides to KO, I'm going to be put in a good position, so I can either Sucker Punch the Egg Slash and Sacred Fire it for more than likely a KO, unless he's an exceptionally bulky variant, or I can set up a Leech Seed, and odds are survive another turn with my Egg Slash. Assuming it's not like a max speed variant, which is very rare. Sometimes I see max speed with Focus Sash, but that's very few and far between. So either way, he goes for the Sacred Sword, showing that move. Sacred Sword and Wide Guard's a very interesting combination, but he takes out my Kangaskhan with that. Now I Leech Seed the Egg Slash, and I managed to set up so I can send in my Entei in the back, and Leech Seed and gradually drain its health. Now, as you can see, in a minute, from the amount of health I recover enough to survive 2 more turns of burn, which is quite important. As you saw, my HP dropped from 14 to 8, so it put me on 2 HP in the very next turn. So I knew I could survive another turn, so I assumed he was going to King Shield to try and kill off my Ferrothorn, because he wouldn't be able to tell how much HP I had, so I went for the Will-O-Wisp, which actually ended up being a misplay, and he managed to Shadow Ball me for that, which was actually quite punishing. If he got a special defense drop there, things could have got a bit more dangerous. But either way, I managed to chip him a little bit with Gyro Ball. Unless he's a very bulky variant, he wouldn't be able to survive the Sacred Fire coming in a minute. I'm not holding any boosting items, I'm holding a Citrus Berry, so I guess that kind of factors in here. But no, he doesn't shield, possibly to save time, and I get off Sacred Fire, which manages to KO and seal up the game. So I think the critical hit on Rotom did factor quite a bit into this, but I did have a couple of backup plans for if that didn't KO, and my Entei was also EV'd to survive the Entei's Earthquake, so that would have limited the amount of plays he could have done with that Pokemon. So that was a very fun game, and I'm very glad I got the chance to battle someone who's so highly rated in a very fun and interesting game. And yeah, I really enjoyed this match, and I hope you all enjoyed it too. See you soon. I've got a couple of more videos to upload. Thank you very much for watching.